Hey everybody, JC here, Thursday evening, January 5th. Light snow has begun and it will spread throughout New Jersey over the next few hours if it hasn't already started. And this initial precipitation is from this batch that has moved in from the west. So we still have the coastal low down here off the southeast US. Once this tracks up this way, it's going to interact with this energy and it's going to kind of fill in the precipitation shield overall and produce some possibly heavier bands of snow along the coast. And let's walk through that. So this is right now. That's about 2, 3 a.m. See that enhancement right there when the coastal low's up? So, overall, this is like a light event region-wide. But pay attention along the coast, and that's why we have that area circled on our map below. But this should clear out by about 6 or 7 a.m. at the latest, and then we have a break. And then the coastal system on Saturday is our next focus. So let's go to 500 millibars, and this is all off the latest NAM run, which was a little bullish. I'm not sure if I'm buying how bullish it was. We might see overnight models back off a little bit, but it really, we saw some changes here in the upper levels. Now this was that subtropical piece of energy I pointed out in last night's video. Pay attention up here, you'll see the polar energy dive once this moves out. So as we move here through Friday, see it? Subtropical, here's the polar. They continue to both move towards the east coast. And by the time you get to here, which is Saturday, storm time, you have the polar energy behind this subtropical energy. So this is out ahead and the polar is a little bit behind. So you have somewhat of a neutral to slightly negative trough. And that raises heights on the east coast, just enough for the coastal low to come up and track further north. Now, the coastal low is not coming northwest with the trend in model guidance as much as it's just kicking a larger precipitation shield into the coast. So let's look at this back on the surface. So here's our precipitation coming in from the south. The low's developing here, and it'll kind of cross Florida, northern Florida, and Georgia. And see how it gets to this spot here? And now it's a 1003 to a 1000. It really wasn't supposed to be that strong. Not that it wasn't supposed to be, but it wasn't modeled that way earlier this week. So now that this is stronger, it has more energy to send moisture in off the ocean to New Jersey. So I'm just going to rock back and forth so you can see how this kind of hits everyone southeast of 95 pretty hard. Again, I don't think it's going to hit people that hard. Maybe just a little bit less than that. And that's what our map reflects. But again, southeast New Jersey is being targeted for the jackpot because it's the closest proximity to the storm. And you're going to have a sharp cutoff off here to the northwest. But it's the closest to the storm, and there's no rain issues. It's too cold for rain, simply. So the coast does not have that disadvantage of fighting the warmer ocean influence. So when all's said and done with that, it looks like it clears out of here by 21Z Saturday. Yeah, it should be out of here by late Saturday afternoon. And then some real cold air moves in to close out the weekend. So that's kind of where we stand here. The snow maps are below, as well as a text version of this discussion. Nowcasting begins, I guess it begun about a half hour ago when it started snowing. But I will provide observations overnight. You might see me go live in the middle of the Pinelands somewhere. If not, try to get out in the Jeep and see what's going down. But I will go live on Facebook if I'm out there and the snow's ripping. I can promise you that. But otherwise, everyone be safe and have a great night.